how many of you are fighting injuries right now? And is it because we're overexerting or because we're underexerting? The answer lies in your training, so keep listening. As we age, our bodies undergo significant changes that affect our injury risk and recovery. Our muscle mass naturally decreases by about 3 to 8% per decade after the age of 30. Our tendons and ligaments become less elastic, our bones lose density, and our hormones, especially estrogen, fluctuates in ways that directly impacts our musculoskeletal system.
Louise Hazel is an Olympian and a gold medal winning heptathlete. She's a NASM qualified personal trainer and the CEO of Slay. She trains Hollywood's elite and has been featured at Harper's Bazaar, GQ, and Vogue. Women's fitness, injuries, Slay.
We're going to explore the most common injuries affecting women over 30. We want to understand why they happen and, more importantly, create a roadmap back to full strength and confidence. Today, we're not just talking about how to overcome injuries, but also how to prevent them in the first place. By the end of this episode, you'll be better equipped to know when to push your body and when to pull back. Remember when you were in your 20s and you could bounce back from literally anything? Maybe you would go out running one week, you twist your ankle, and you'd just go out running and be back on your feet the next week. Those days might feel like a distant memory, and there's a scientific reason for that. As we age, our bodies undergo significant changes that affect our injury risk and recovery. Our muscle mass naturally decreases by about 3 to 8% per decade after the age of 30. Our tendons and ligaments become less elastic, our bones lose density, and our hormones, especially for women, estrogen, fluctuates in ways that directly impacts our musculoskeletal system. For women specifically, hormone changes play a massive role. Estrogen helps maintain bone density and also influences how our tendons and ligaments respond to stress. And as estrogen levels fluctuate during our menstrual cycles and starts to decline during perimenopause and menopause, we become more susceptible to certain types of injuries. But here's what I want you to remember. Understanding these changes isn't about accepting limitations. It's about working smarter, not harder. So I couldn't help but wonder how many of you are fighting injuries right now. And is it because we're overexerting or because we're underexerting? The answer lies in your training, so keep listening. I'm Louise Hazel, Olympian fitness expert and CEO of Slay. Welcome back to another episode of Slay, the centre of excellence for women's health, fitness and life. And today we're diving into a topic that touches so many of us, especially as we hit our 30s and beyond, navigating sports injuries and bouncing back stronger than ever. So whether you're a weekend warrior, a fitness enthusiast, or someone who's just getting back into movement, injuries can feel like a devastating setback. But here's the truth. They don't have to define your fitness journey. So today, we're going to explore the most common injuries affecting women over 30. We want to understand why they happen and, more importantly, create a roadmap back to full strength and confidence. Today, we're not just talking about how to overcome injuries, but also how to prevent them in the first place. By the end of this episode, you'll be better equipped to know when to push your body and when to pull back. I'm going to start by bringing your attention to the big three. The three most common injuries that sideline women over the age of 30. Number 1, Achilles tendon ruptures. Picture this. Sarah, she's a 35-year-old marketing executive. She decided to join her company's recreational basketball league. Now, she hadn't played since college, but she's feeling confident. During her third game, whilst jumping for a rebound, she heard a loud pop. It felt like someone kicked her in the back of the leg. She'd ruptured her Achilles tendon. Now, the Achilles tendon is the largest tendon in your body. It connects your calf muscle to your heel bone. It's incredibly strong, but it's also incredibly vulnerable, especially when we ask it to perform explosive movements that it hasn't been conditioned for. These injuries typically happen during activities involving sudden acceleration, jumping, or pivoting. So, for example, tennis, basketball, running, or even aggressive hiking. The rupture often occurs in a watershed zone. So this is where blood supply is naturally limited, which makes healing a little bit more challenging. Number 2, ACL tears. Meet Jennifer. She's a 42-year-old mother of 2 who just started CrossFit to get back in shape after her divorce. During a box jump workout, she landed awkwardly and felt her knee give way and heard a distinctive pop. Her anterior cruciate ligament, her ACL, had completely torn. ACL injuries are heartbreakingly common in women, occurring at rates of 4 to 6 times higher than in men. Now, this isn't just bad luck, it's biology. Women tend to have wider hips, creating different angles in the knee joint, and some women tend to land from jumps with their knees closer together and more extended, putting additional stress on the ACL. Also, hormone fluctuations throughout our cycles can affect ACL injury risk. During ovulation, when estrogen peaks, the ACL becomes more lax and more vulnerable to injury. Number 3, meniscus tears. Here we have Lisa, a 38-year-old yoga instructor. She thought she was immune to injury given her flexibility and body awareness. But during a particularly deep Warrior 2 pose, she felt a sharp pain and a catching sensation in her knee. An MRI revealed a meniscus tear. The C-shaped cartilage that cushions the knee joint has been damaged. Now, meniscus tears can happen during obvious trauma, but they can also occur from seemingly innocent movement as we age. The meniscus becomes less elastic and prone to tearing with simple movements like squatting, pivoting, or even getting up from seated positions. So why do these injuries happen? Understanding this is crucial for both prevention and recovery. Several factors converge to create vulnerability. Number 1, deconditioning. Many of us lead sedentary lifestyles during the week and then expect our bodies to perform at high levels on the weekends. This weekend warrior syndrome puts enormous stress on the unprepared muscle tissue, tendons, and ligaments. Number 2, muscle imbalances. Hours spent sitting creates tight hip flexors, weak glutes, and overactive calves. These imbalances alter our movement patterns and increase our injury risks. Number 3, previous injuries. That ankle sprain from 5 years ago that you just walked off may have left you with reduced proprioception strength and might be setting you up for future problems. You're just not as agile sometimes as you used to be. Number 4, hormonal fluctuations, like we mentioned. Beyond the ACL connection, hormones affect our entire musculoskeletal system, influencing everything from bone density to tissue healing rates. Number 4, training errors. Doing too much, too soon, too fast. That's it. Our enthusiasm often outpaces our body's adaptation capacity. Poor programming, poor coaching, and poor form can also increase your exposure to risk and also increase the likelihood of injury. So how do we prevent these injuries? Here are 5 practical tips that you might want to write down. Step 1, master the movement foundation. Before you worry about how much weight you're lifting or how fast you're running, focus on how well you're moving. Quality always trumps quantity. Spend time perfecting basic movement patterns like squatting, lunging, and single leg balance work. Consider working with a personal trainer or a physical therapist that can help assess your movement patterns and address any limitations that you might have. Step number 2, embrace progressive loading. Your tissues need time to adapt to new stresses. Follow the 10% rule. Don't increase your training volume, intensity, or frequency more than 10% each week. This will give your bones, tendons, and your ligaments time to strengthen alongside your muscles. Step 3, prioritize strength training. Resistance training is a non-negotiable for injury prevention. Focus on compound movements that work multiple muscle groups and emphasize posterior trained strength. Your glutes, your hamstrings, your upper back. Strong glutes are particularly crucial for knee and ankle stability. Step 4, don't skip the warm-up and cool-down. It sounds like a really easy one, but it's so easy to forget. Dynamic warm-ups prepare your nervous system and increase blood flow to working muscles. Cool-downs can help your body to transition back to rest and can help improve your recovery. Both of these are basically injury insurance policies, and they just take 10 to 15 minutes to perform. Step number 5, listen to your body's whispers before they become screams. Learn to distinguish between normal exercise discomfort and pain that signals potential injury. Persistent aches, decreased performance, or pain that doesn't improve with rest are red flags that deserve your attention. And here's a bonus tip for you beyond some of the more obvious things. Step number 6, avoid high-risk sports. So high-risk sports like skiing, basketball, volleyball, soccer, and football, they might allow you to reconnect with your former athlete self mentally, but physically, how prepared are you really? Now, that's not to say don't engage in these sports at all, but you should seriously consider modifying the sport and just focus on skill development and conditioning. You should definitely avoid playing competitively until you've been able to play consistently for 6 to 9 months without concerns. And even then, be cautious. I should know because I broke my arm skiing last year after having not skied for about 7 years. Whoops. Now, let's be honest about something that doesn't get talked about enough: the psychological devastation that comes with injury. One day you could be feeling super strong and capable, and the next you can't even walk up the stairs without wincing. It's real. The mental health impact of injury is not only real, but it's significant. You might find yourself cycling through grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and hopefully acceptance. You might feel like your identity has been stripped away, especially if exercise was a major part of how you manage stress or connect with others. Now, here's what I want you to know. These feelings are completely normal and valid. Your injury is not a reflection of your worth, your intelligence, or your commitment to your health. It's simply something that happened. Now, here's how we're going to deal with it. These are my top 5 steps to navigate back to full fitness. Number 1, accept where you are and commit to the process. This might be the hardest step, but it's the most important. Accept that recovery is not linear. Some days will feel like setbacks, and that's okay. Commit to showing up for your rehabilitation even when, and more importantly, especially when, you don't feel like it. Your consistency during the tough days will determine your long-term success. Step number 2, build a recovery team. So surround yourself with professionals who understand both the physical and the psychological aspects of injury recovery. This might include a physical therapist, a sports medicine physician, a registered dietitian, and even a mental health counsellor. Don't try and navigate this step alone, and don't skip treatments. This will take time and money if you want to recover faster. Step number 3, focus on what you can control. Now, you can't control the timeline of tissue healing, but you can control your sleep quality, nutrition, stress management, and the adherence to your rehabilitation program. You should channel your energy into these controllable factors rather than fixating on what you've lost. Step number 4, redefine success and set micro goals. Recovery success isn't about returning to your previous level of activity. It's about creating a more resilient, well-rounded version of yourself. So set small, achievable goals that you can celebrate along the way. Maybe it's walking up the stairs without pain, or completing your physical therapy exercises consistently for a week. Step number 5, prepare for setbacks and plan your response. Setbacks are part of recovery, not signs of failure. Develop a plan for how you'll handle bad days, increased pain, or feelings of discouragement. This might include reaching out to your support network, practicing stress reduction techniques, or simply reminding yourself that temporary setbacks don't erase overall progress. There's something beautiful about injury recovery when done right. It often makes us stronger and more resilient than we were before. You develop a deeper understanding of your body, better movement patterns, and unshakable mental toughness. Many people report that their post-injury fitness journey is more sustainable and more enjoyable than their pre-injury approach. They learn to train smarter, listen to their bodies, and appreciate movement in new ways. Now, don't forget to fuel your comeback. Your body needs specific nutrients to heal effectively. Now, protein is crucial for tissue repair, so aim for 1 gram per pound of body weight daily. And don't forget about micronutrients like vitamin C for collagen synthesis, vitamin D for bone health, and omega-3 fatty acids for reducing inflammation. Now, adequate sleep is when the most healing occurs, so prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Create a consistent bedtime routine and consider sleep hygiene practices like keeping your bedroom cool and dark. Now, as you work through your recovery, start thinking about what sustainable fitness looks like for your life. This might mean adjusting your goals, trying new activities, or simply approaching exercise with more wisdom and less ego. Consider activities that are joint-friendly and more sustainable long-term, like swimming, yoga, walking, and strength training. They can all be modified to work with your body rather than against it. Now, ladies, I want to leave you with this. Your injury is a chapter in your story, not the ending. Every woman who has successfully navigated injury recovery has moments of doubt, frustration, and fear. What separates those who come back stronger from those who don't is an absence of these feelings. It's the decision to keep moving forward despite them. Now, your body is incredibly resilient and capable of healing. Your mind is stronger than you realize, and your future self is counting on you to show up for the process, even when it's hard. Remember, recovery isn't about getting back to where you were. It's about becoming who you were meant to be. Someone who understands their body deeply, moves with intention, and faces challenges with unshakable confidence. You've got this, and we're here cheering you on every step of the way. That's all for today's episode of Slay. If you found this episode particularly helpful, please share it with someone who might benefit from it. Now, stay tuned for more empowering discussions about female health, fitness, and life. You can follow me at Louise Hazel on social media, and you can check out the Slay brand at Slay Athletic Club now. You can subscribe to the Slay podcast on YouTube and leave us a comment. You can also get fit at home using the Slay app. You can download that now for free from the App Store to join our online community. And if you're in Los Angeles, then you can join us 9:30 a.m. on Saturdays at the Hollywood Bowl for Slay Athletic Club, our new run club experience for women. See you there.